hired a nutritionist, a cook, bought a rapsodo. He did a lot of things, and he's been working hard throughout the years to keep improving. And happy to see him the way he looks right now. The next step is, just lead the staff. That's what we want. We love the whole player. We love the package, but at the end of the day, and it, we want him to be a leader back there. He's been in this organization for a while. He did an amazing job in 18 in the playoffs. Obviously, offensively, 19 he took off. Last year, it wasn't a great year for him, but like I said, it's still 60 games, and looking forward to work with him this year and see what he does. But he put himself in a great spot, and we just got to make sure we take care of him behind the plate. Like I said earlier, we want the best version of Christian Vasquez, and I think we got a pretty good chance to see it this year.
How might the weight loss improve his game?
We're going to have to wait and see. He feels like he's at an age that he needed to make adjustments body-wise. There's a reason behind that, and hopefully he can feel fresh going into August, September, and what we're trying to accomplish. So, hopefully it works out.
Alex, what's the optimum number of games for a number one catcher in this day and age?
I sat down with Jason the other day, and he's going to let us know. There's a different schedule. As you guys know, we have a lot of day games, but we have a lot of off days, right, early on. So we might see him catching a lot of games early, but then we have a stretch that we play 13. It's funny because if you say a number, then they think that, oh, you're not going to play me every day. But if you're catching 8 out of 10, that's a lot of games, and that's a lot of off days, But they do the math, and they don't do the math. You tell them 8 out of 10, they be like, no way. But if you start adding and subtracting, it's good enough. And I think we got a capable backup guy. He's going to help us too. He had a good offensive season last year. He caught with the program towards the end of the season, and we're very comfortable with the catching position.
Alex, as you know, they announced that there's going to be a small amount of fans at Fenway this year, between 4,000 and 5,000 fans. We were talking to Chaim, and he was saying how the fans make Fenway. What does it mean to you to come back to the team and be able to do it in front of fans?
I mean, I wasn't part of it last year, but I saw it from afar, and playing in an empty Fenway Park is weird, or I can't even imagine it. But the good thing is that we will have fans, and like I said yesterday, with the fans, we get our families too. They can enjoy it, and that's the cool thing about this whole thing. We love playing in front of a packed house with the people that support us, but at the same time, the closest ones, they're going to be able to go too, and that means a lot too. Thank you.
Alex, beyond Lecky, how do you feel about the depth that you guys have accumulated? Obviously, feels like there's, with Hernandez, Pareto, Wong, some pretty intriguing prospects back there too.
We got some good players, and we got Jason and Epi doing an outstanding job walking them through, the program, and then getting them to where we feel comfortable with them. It's something that it's just like pitching. You got to have a lot of them, and then it can happen quick, right? Knock on wood, a foul tip or something might happen, that you might need somebody else. And we've been lucky with Christian throughout the years, right? After his, actually in 18 he got hurt. But we had Blake and we had Sandy. And then 19 he was healthy. Last year he was healthy too. But we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot, and I think our catching program is in great hands. Jason, He's been amazing to those guys. Somebody that we all look up to, and I know that those catchers, they love working with him. Actually, today he cut a bullpen, and it was cool to see him behind the plate. And we're in a good spot, like I said earlier, behind the plate.
Alex, what kind of led to him catching those bullpens today? Is that something?
No, I mean, they've been doing a lot lately, the catchers, and we got a heavy day on Sunday. We got a game, and we got 3, 6, 8 up and downs, live BPs. So taking care of his group. There's certain days that I take ground balls, but I would never get behind the plate, like Jason did. So today was actually Mani, Michael, Epi, and Jason. They caught some bullpens early on, and then we had some live VPs that our regular catchers caught. But it was good to see Jason. He has seniority, so he was in the cage, in the shadow. So for him, just the willingness to do anything for us. That's what makes him special, and I'm glad that he's with us as a coach.
Alex, the other day I think you mentioned, when Christian first came up, he was considered a defense first guy, possible Gold Glover. What do you think he needs to do to get to that Gold Glove level?
It's a tough position, and I know for a fact that he takes it personal because Martin, he has a Gold Glove. Roberto has 2, I think. Obviously, Yadi, he's the king of the Gold Gloves in the island. So, it's a position that, since 1986, when Benito got called up with the Padres, we've been so consistent behind the plate, and we had so many good ones. And he wants to be in the conversation too. He's one of the most complete catchers in the big leagues, offensively, and he puts a whole package. But sometimes those awards are hard to come, especially with the reputation. You got Robert and Martin, but I think he put a good season last year. I think number one, framing wise, he was good. Blocking wise, throwing people out. Hopefully, people can recognize him this year, and he can get one. I know he wants one. I know he does, and hopefully he can get it this year.
Alex, you have a number of players who play different positions. How much of a challenge is it to get those guys all the different kinds of work that they need to get?
No, it's not challenging at all. Communication becomes important. Like we know already, Enrique likes to do all his work in the infield, and then he'll power shack in the outfield, and he's fine with that. Same thing with Marwin. He likes to work in the infield, and he'll do his defensive work during BP and left field. So it's just communication. In spring training, we're going to move him around. We're doing a good job defensively so far in camp with everything that we're doing to have different groups, different double play combinations, and they're putting up work. So I don't think it's going to be a challenge. I think we communicate well. They're being very open what they like, and we go from there.
You came into camp wanting to do some things to sharpen up the defense. I know it's only been a week or so, but how satisfied are you with some of the different drills and things that you're doing?
I got to be honest with you. Today was one of those days that I envisioned in the offseason. This is where I'm back. That was awesome today. Awesome. We had machines everywhere. We were working on a lot of stuff. It was gratifying, to be honest with you. I was like, wow, this is cool. This is cool. This is what we work together on the off season to have days like this, and I'm gonna tell the group that was the best day of spring training so far, and we've been solid the whole time. But today was amazing. It was cool to see.
How has Darlington and Barnes looked to you so far?
Good. Darwinson, obviously last year with the virus, it was a tough season for him, but physically he's good. He actually spent some time in Boston to work out with Kiyoshi. He spent some time in Miami and just to keep working. So he put his work in, and you can see it, physically. He's a different kid right now compared to 19 and what people saw here in 20. Barnes keeps working hard. I do believe that having Adam here is going to help him out in a few things. Having another veteran in the bullpen is going to benefit him. Last year, his velocity was a little bit down. He didn't have a great year, or whatever you want to call it. But he's just another guy that we know stuff-wise he's really good. He's going to keep working in the details of the game. And like I said earlier in spring or a few days ago, he's going to get the ball late in the game, and he's going to give us big outs. So, he's in a great spot.
Varitek's been around the team obviously for a number of years in a semi, I guess, coaching role, but obviously this past year was officially named to the coaching staff. So how do you see his role changing at all, or is it just a matter that he'll be around a lot more than maybe the previous years?
He was always hands-on. He was part of the equation. I just think the only thing that changes is, we don't have a veteran bench coach, right, with Ron. So I got a lot of guys that are gonna support Will in this role. And from experience, you need that. You need somebody that can help you out as a first-year bench coach. And Jason is gonna do that. He's gonna help Bushy, of course. We already talk about his title, game planning coordinator, quote unquote captain, and he's in tune with Bushy. They're doing an outstanding job. One of the things that made Jason special, it wasn't about leadership or he was an offensive catcher. It's how much pride he took calling a game. And I still remember Jason hitting a ground ball to the infield, hustling to first. He's out, going to the right, going to the dugout. Right away, he puts his gear up and get the scouting report. And he's going to be there with Christian and Kevin and whoever comes, whoever we need catching-wise, communication-wise. And he's going to help us out a lot. Not only in that area, but he's still the captain. He's still the captain. He walks around and there's a presence about him. And just like Pedroia, there's a guy that when he talks, people listen. And I'm glad that he's here with me. He's been here with me the whole time, and I think this experience, the Phoenix experience, is going to help him out for the future. Like I said in November, I hope all these guys are around me. They become big league managers, all of them. That'll be great. Ramon, Carlos, Fabulous, Goody, Jason. Just learn as much as possible. The same way I'm learning from them, and somebody gives them a chance, just like, this thing gave me 2 chances to become manager. And they're prepared, they're good, and, like I said before, I'm glad that he's with me.
Alex, when Jason was playing, do you think he was one of those guys that was maybe born to be a manager or a coach just because of his preparation and what he did on a daily basis?
I don't know, because I was afraid of Jason. I never went to his corner like you guys did. I still I have so much respect for him that we got a friendship and we like each other, and he's been amazing to me through the whole process. He was there for me, and he's a smart individual, and you start talking about managers, Soch, he was a great. I think what Jason is for the Red Sox, we can say that Soch was for the Dodgers, right? At one point, kind of like the guy that ran the show. I know they had Fernando and Oral, but Soch was the guy. And Soch was the one blocking the plate and people running over him and getting the big outs. And Soch hit the big home run in 1987. against the Mets, that team that was amazing, and Soch hits a home run, and or 88, sorry. And it's the same thing with Jason. Jason, he stick the foot out there, and Burns doesn't step on the plate, and he tags him or whatever. He helped John Lester. I mean, think about it. Lester, Daisuke, you have to be great behind the plate to get those guys to buy into the concept and throw it. And, he will manage in the big leagues. He will. But it's a process, and we talk about it. And I think with time, somebody is going to give him a chance, and, he's going to kill it. He's going to be great.
This might be a dumb question, but
Maybe.
You're playing three really good teams basically for all of spring training, and the Rays, Twins, and Braves. Is there anything you can take for that? Just being really contenders all the time.
I think Timmy mentioned we're going to face some good pitching the whole spring, which is good. We're going to see a lot of stuff that we're going to see over the course of the season. We're going to see fastballs up, breaking balls down. So it's good, for how much work we're going to put in behind here, because there's going to be a lot of, simulated games because we got so many pitchers, and the guys are actually, if they want, they can see live pitching almost every day in the backfields. But it's good from that end, But besides that, is a different spring training, 7 innings, and we're talking about 7 full innings, regardless of the score, because we got to help each other out, for how weird that sounds, But if you got 7 pitchers, you want to use all of them. You're gonna roll innings. Maybe one day you're gonna play 9 or 5. So it's gonna be weird. I do believe that the whole standing stuff this year, although it really doesn't matter, we should throw it away because it's not gonna be real. It's not the real 9-inning game. So it's not that it matters, but people take a look at that and they decide what kind of start you can have in spring training because of what you did in the spring. In the regular season because of what you did in spring training. So, but it's good to face the Twins. It's good to face the Rays, the Braves. It's cool. For me, it doesn't matter who we play. I'm just glad that I'm gonna be managing on Sunday, and it's gonna be a fun day.
Alex, you mentioned some of the different drills that have been going on, especially today at spring training. Were you thinking about anything like that even last year, or was that just conversations that you guys had once you were rehired, over the last couple of months?
It was a lot of YouTube checking on infielders. Actually, I ran into a few videos of Mr. Corbin in Vanderbilt, and saw how they did infield drills. Then I had a conversation with Jose Flores, who was the third base coach for the Orioles the last 2 years. He was Ramon's third base coach in Caguas, and we were talking about defense and how we can do stuff to make them better. Talk a lot to Cesar Isturiz in the off season. Actually, he contacted Xander for a little bit there. Izzy, for me, is one of the best defensive shortstop I play with, and just one of those that we need to get better, and it's just new ways of doing it. Then obviously with the virus, there's a lot of limitations as far as like what we can do, and we start using all these tools that we have, and it's been good right now. Everybody's getting their reps. It's actually good for the coaches. They don't have to take too many swings with the fungo. So hopefully Carlos can survive 162 games and plus. And but it's been good. All kidding aside, the outfielders are doing stuff. The infielders, even the pitchers. We're working on cutoff and relays and tags and double plays, and everybody's contributing. Fenster, Foxy, Billy Mack. So it's a total team effort, a total organizational effort to what we're trying to accomplish, and hopefully it pays off.
You noted some appreciation for what was going on the field today, and also your excitement about Sunday's game. A week ago, you said that you talked about how this had been an exciting time for you driving in the JetBlue. That you were trying to take a moment to appreciate it. still the case on a day-to-day basis, or do you kind of?
I'm excited about the team. You know, it's one thing to talk to them, to talk about them on paper, but to see them, you know, it's been cool. It's been cool. You know, there's a lot of good things in this team. I love the versatility. I love the athleticism. You know, obviously, with the rules and COVID, you cannot fight. You know, but if we get into a fight, we got some big dudes now. You know, so we got stuff. You know, pitching wise. I don't know, man. It's a lot different than what we had in 19 as far as like how deep we are, and it makes me feel good. And of course, I was hungry to manage. Of course, I was hungry to come to the ballpark on a daily basis. But when you come to the ballpark and see what you have, you know, as a team, it's great, man. So looking forward to keep working with them and see where it takes us.
Anything else for Al?
Did you say Caesar was curious working with Varitek?
He talked to him a little bit. No work. He talked to him a little bit. Yeah. Using all my friends.
Alex, any idea when Salvador will be camp?
No. You know what? What's today? The 28th, 26th. I don't want to. I hate. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Yeah, the 26th. No, I can't. I'm not gonna give you an exact day, but probably in less than a week. Less than a week. He should be fine as far as like his progression. He's doing his work, so he should be okay when he comes here. But he has to go through the whole intake protocols and all that. We good?
Is he on? You guys have him on? You guys have him on some kind of program?
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah. I don't know where he's doing it, but he's sending videos and all that. So he's in a good. I mean, he's doing work. He's putting work right now. Thank you. I got. Wonder.